Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Talking Reds. Liverpool lose the Community Shield against Crystal Palace. In this morning red stream, we're going to speak about that yesterday and also the latest on Alexander Isak and Marc Guehi as well. As you can see, the stream is live, but I am not live. Get in the chat anyway. You can still get in the chat. The live chat is still available. If you scroll onto the live chat instead of comments, get in the live chat. Make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you are new for all your latest Liverpool news and Liverpool content in general. So let's start with yesterday's game. Then we'll go on to the latest news on Isak, go on to the latest news on Marc Guehi as well. So yesterday's game, guys, and I'll be honest on here. I'll always be honest with you guys on here. If something needs saying, I will say it. Whether it's negative, whether it's positive, I don't care, if I'm honest. Because as per usual in just in general football fan bases, there's a lot of overreaction on both sides. There's too much toxic positivity going on, and there's too much toxic negativity going on. When really there's actually a standard down the middle opinion on all this. Look, is it the worst game ever? Is it the worst result ever? No. It doesn't really matter if you win the Community Shield or not. At the end of the day, in fact, in past, it's actually been better to lose the Community Shield because you've got more chance to win the league according to experiences. But is it yeah? Oh, there's no concerns at all. No, that's also not the case because there's absolute concerns, and I will call those concerns out, and I have done before even yesterday, before even this season's even began, before pre-season, there were concerns there, and the concerns are starting to show now. We've seen a proper competitive game. Yes, it's the Community Shield, but it's much more competitive than a normal pre-season game. So when you see is anyone really bothered about the game? Yeah, really, I'm not bothered about the result, not bothered about that. And, there's lots of positive, by the way, lots of positive. XTK, Verts, sensational, both of them. Sensational, both of them. The link up already for those two to say they've never played together before. Obviously, they've been opponents, but they've never played together before. And the link up already they've got is sensational. I think Ping Pong had a brilliant game as well. So many positives. And we'll always talk about everything on here. But one thing we won't do on Talking Reds is hide from the negatives. And we won't just say, there's no need to panic. You're fine. There's no concerns at all. It's just the Charity Shield. It's just the Community Shield. We're still Premier League. We're still Premier League champions. We're still going to win the league. Football's not like that. And on Talking Reds, we're going to be real about everything. Whether it's good, whether it's bad. I'm going to be real about everything. Because I think that's what everyone should be, is real about situations. And yesterday, there were many concerns. The defence, and I spoke about this in the preview. The counter-attacking to stop transitions, the quick turnover and transitions. We can't stop it as quick as we want to anymore. The counter-attacking side of things. I spoke about this in the preview. This is why I was fearful of Palace. The skill and the technical ability and the pace that they have. And this is why I predicted something like a Sarr to score, because it was obvious where our weaknesses are. It always has been obvious. And again, there's partly to blame on individuals, but there's also partly to blame on Slot as well. Slot has tweaked things tactically, but it's going against us a little bit. We are conceding quite a few chances now. And we did do in pre-season. That's where I saw obviously the things. And this is what I'm saying about depth, and the defense needs to be looked at. And dare I say it, a DM. Yes, we didn't have Gravenberch yesterday, but still Gravenberch is not that defensive-minded DM that would maybe suit the system where how attacking we are. We're leaving ourselves exposed massively in certain times of the game. And against the quality of opposition of Crystal Palace, and that is a quality side, by the way, very well-drilled side, which I said in the preview, it's dangerous. It's a dangerous game. You can't leave yourself exposed to such levels, if I'm honest. And it does concern me. Am I going into next week then saying, we're not going to win? No. We still should be winning. We're still an incredible team. I mean, look, XTK Verts were fantastic. I thought Frimpong had a brilliant game. Salah, poor, wasn't he? He was poor. And sometimes if he doesn't score and he don't get an assist, then it sort of goes unnoticed how poor he can be. Gakpo, I felt bad for Gakpo. I think he had a lot of defending to do, did what he could. I thought he linked up with Wirtz and FDK quite well, especially the first half. But I think regarding the second half, I think everyone dropped off massively. I was bemused by substitutions. I was surprised Engamo didn't come on at all, which made no sense to me. I don't know why he wouldn't. Or I don't know why he wouldn't at least give him a chance in that game. But yeah, overall, I'm happy on one side, but I'm disappointed on other sides. Look, like I said, the Charity Shield, the Community Shield doesn't really matter. But when Virgil Van Dijk is coming out and saying, after the game again, by the way, this is why I absolutely love Virgil Van Dijk. I'll tell you the truth. He says we need additions. He said we need additions, and he has done in previous past windows. We need to start bringing some more additions in. He says we need, basically, he said it before, we need help. And he sees it. We've let Nunes go, we've let Diaz go. Chiesa's possibly going out the door. We've got one attacker in. That makes zero sense to me. Yes, we'll fully focus on Isak, but there's reports about saying like Isak or nothing. That's bollocks. We're looking at Guehi, and if Guehi do come in, do we bring anyone in? I don't know. I hope so, because we need a centre back. We need a centre back. For me, I've said it all along. We need two centre backs for me, and we definitely need one forward at least, because we're down on numbers. And if it doesn't work, who have you got to bring on the bench to make it work? You can't just fully rely on the first team and that's it. And people say, "Oh well, we're Premier League champions. Why are we panicking?" It's like, have you not learned from the previous past of what's gone on? And Virgil van Dijk is, he's the kind of person, right? He tells you the truth, right? And he's the kind of person that other fans would have said, "Oh, he just wants shiny new toys." If he was just a fan instead of a player, he sees what we see. Virgil van Dijk sees what we see. He sees there's issues, and he'll call the issues out. In fact, I've seen him have the interview with Alex from Cop TV. Good interview that is, and he says, and Alex straight up said, "Will you forget this?" He said, "No, I'm not going to forget this. I'm not going to forget this. It's a loss. It hurts." And he see it hurts him. He's lost twice in a row now at Wembley, and he doesn't like it. He hates it. But he's also said, "Well, I also see the positives as well." But I won't. He doesn't shy away from the negatives, and this is what I think we should always be like. Don't shy away from the negatives, but also speak about the positive and be focus a little bit on the positives in terms of giving you hope for the next game or for the season. But don't ever shy away from the negatives, because the negatives is what you need to look at and where you need to improve. And I'm sort of glad it happened in the Community Shield where we saw those negatives. Because if it happens next week and we drop points in the first opening game, that's not good for me. We should be beating Bournemouth at home, especially when they've lost the whole defence. But to happen in the Community Shield, as okay, we can take that loss, but we learn from that loss. And now we say, look, we go out into the market. We clearly need another attack at least. We clearly need a centre back. Go sort it out. You've got 3 weeks left of the window. Yes, I get we'll focus on Isak. We need to get Isak done over the line. I think it possibly will have done over the line. We'll talk about that shortly. But Van Dijk is absolutely spot on with everything he says. Does he want shiny new toys? No. He sees issues, and he knows that issues need to be sorted. And he'll tell you it. And he has done in past windows. He has done. He's called it out. So big up to Virgil van Dijk for that. It's right to call it out. And if we don't sort that defence out, and if we don't get another attacker in, we are leaving ourselves with a dangerous game to play this season. Are we favourites to win the league? Possibly still, because we've still got probably maybe the best 11 on paper, or I'd say best 11 on paper. I think Arsenal and Man City easily got a good team as well. I think it's very, very close. I think it's closer than some Liverpool fans think. I think last season what happened again? I don't think we're going to wear the title again. I think the title race is closer than what some Liverpool fans think. Very, very close. We're not that far ahead of Arsenal and Man City for me. We're not that far ahead. Last season was different. they dropped off massively. But in terms of if they go head to head this season, I don't think we're that far ahead of them. But we are ahead of them. That's the thing. But we don't want to drop behind them. And transfers are a big part of that. And this is what people didn't learn from in the past is, oh, but you just want shiny new toys. Oh, you think it's FIFA? Your fucking club captain's coming out and saying it. We've bought 5 players and he still says we need additions. Does he think it's FIFA? Does he think it's Football Manager? He sees it. He sees we can't be left short. We've been left short in the past before, many times. And I felt sorry for Klopp having to work miracles at times. We've been left short before. We can't get left short again in areas. Because what it does, it hurts us. If we left short in a centre-back area, we rely on 2 injury-prone players to stay fit. If we're left short in the attacking area, we're relying on Ekitike to absolutely be the man this season. And it was fantastic yesterday, but it's too much pressure on him. Salah's got no backup. And then after Gakpo, it's just a kid. And by the way, Virgil Van Dijk should be playing first-team football this season. But to heavily rely on that is not fair on Rio. Players that age are very inconsistent. And we don't want to ruin his development. But I hope he does get 13 minutes this season because he absolutely deserves them. He's sensational. Absolutely sensational. But the thing is, what we need to do here as a fan base is be honest about things. If something is concerning, be honest about it. Don't hide away from it. You might get people out there, you might get other, Liverpool fans out there that will hide about it, and they have done in the past. They didn't like it, and they don't like negativity. But it's not negativity. It's being real for me. It's being real. If something needs calling out, if something needs saying, you say it. It's as simple as that for me. And that's what we will always do on this channel. I can absolutely assure you that. Absolutely assure you that. But yeah, not the end of the world, because it's, like I say, it's Community Shield. It's still, I would say, glorified pre-season game than a pre-season friendly. Because you've seen the Van Dijk, how disappointed he is in losing it. Would he be disappointed when just losing the pre-season friendly? I don't think so. It's a game of football, but yesterday, see how disappointed he was. But it's not the end of the world either. It's not like, oh, that's it, we're not going to win the league. Like I said, there's literally people there's people too extreme on both sides of the situations. There's people way too toxically negative, and they'll say, oh, we're going to lose the league now. We've lost the league now. Look at that, we're shit. But that's not correct. And there's many people on the toxic positive side of things, and it's like, what are you concerned about? Why? There's no concerns at all. Bollocks. There's a middle ground. Always is a middle ground. I've always said that. So going on to the news about Alexander Isak as well. So more things came out over the weekend. Luke Edwards, you are trying your very, very best to be a fan favourite of the Newcastle fans. I'm absolutely certain about that. So he came out yesterday about Newcastle fans being furious with the way Liverpool have been behaving. They were baffled with their initial £110 million bid for Isak and were nowhere near the club's valuation of £150 million. The owners, board and hierarchy are all united in their stance. So they were fuming with Liverpool. I don't know what Liverpool have actually done wrong here. Can I ask what Liverpool have done wrong here? If anyone's done anything wrong, it's Isak and his agent. They've gone AWOL. Liverpool not chosen to go AWOL. Liverpool did not want to release... The report said that Liverpool did not want to release the story about their interest in Isak either. So what have Liverpool actually done wrong here? They've shown interest in a player and they've made a bid for him. It's rejected. Okay. What else? They've spoken to Isak and his agent. Oh, all right. You know the way that you have done with Johan Visser. It's funny, isn't it? It's funny how hypocrisy works in life. It's funny how people see different things because it's their team. So they can work. They can work in a way. They can do certain things. They can make Visser go on strike if he wants to go on strike. They can upset the apple cart as it were. But as long as it's not going against them, it's okay. It's absolutely fine. Absolutely fine. We can do whatever we want as long as you don't do it to us. It's bollocks. And football fan bases are all full of bias. I see it all the time. Like I see, fans questioning Arsenal over certain things, but then the same questions about their own team, and it could be the same. They could choose the same thing and do the same thing. It's different, and it happens throughout. And I can't stand hypocrisy. I can't stand bias. Can't stand it. Can't stand it. There's no need for it. You can't have genuine football conversations with people that are biased. You can't physically do it. And it seems like Newcastle are furious with Liverpool for whatever reason. Liverpool have not done fuck all wrong. But Romano has also said that the deal is absolutely on and it is concrete and absolutely likely to come to Romano. So the deal, there's only really Luke Edwards that has gone on to say that Newcastle are blocking all moves and there's not going to be a move that happens. So take it with a pinch of salt, potentially. Luke Edwards has had a poor summer in terms of getting things right. But if they do block the move, then they're just going to have a serious unhappy player on their hands. As simple as that. That's what's going on. But also, what also makes no sense, if Newcastle are so blocking the move against Luke Edwards, so if they are blocking the move, why are they going for Nicholas Jackson? Why are they going for Johan Visser? Because right now, it looks very likely that Nicholas Jackson wants to go to Newcastle, and it looks very much likely that Visser wants to go to Newcastle. So if they get both of them, what they're playing, 3-4-3 with 3 strikers. Far from their 4-4-2 that they wanted, isn't it? But I still think there's no way Isak stays at Newcastle for us. I still don't think there's no way that Isak stays at Newcastle. Too much has happened for me. It's going on to, before we do go, turn it make sure you do hit that like button, by the way. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. On the road to 1.5k subscribers. And we want to bring you the best Liverpool content we physically can. Back again at 7 o'clock tonight, by the way. I think DBK is hosting that tonight, so make sure you join in tonight as well. Get in the chat your thoughts on Isak. Get in the chat your thoughts on the game yesterday as well. So, Marc Guehi, Paul Joyce has come out and said that Marc Guehi has spoken to Steve Parish. Well, I don't know if he's spoken to Steve Parish, but it's come out from Steve Parish, the co-owner of Crystal Palace and chairman. So he has said that he doesn't really want to lose Guehi for free. So what is going on here is what they want to happen is they want a conclusion here. So yes, of course, for players of that caliber to leave on free, it is a problem, he said. So they don't want Guehi to leave for free. So what that gives them then is 2 different outcomes. It needs a new contract or a conclusion of some kind. So right now, what is going to happen to Marc Guehi and what Steve Parish wants to happen to Marc Guehi is either he gets a new contract or he leaves this summer for a fee. That's the only 2 outcomes right now. He clearly doesn't want him to go for free next summer because you're on a good fee there. If you get a good fee, then you can spell this way, and also you're missing out on a player at the same time. He doesn't want to say that happened to what we happened with Trent. He doesn't want it to happen that way. We should have done that. We should have got rid of Trent for free, or make sure he signs on new contract, or we sell him. Simple as that. But we didn't do that. Steve Parish don't want that to happen to Palace. So that gives me a bit of hope that Guehi possibly could come to Liverpool this summer, because there were reports about him he's happy to wait for next summer. But right now, I don't think that's going to happen. It's either new contract or he's leaving Palace this summer. And I can't see him getting a new contract for Palace. So my personal opinion, I think Guehi comes to Liverpool. I also think Isak comes to Liverpool. Hopefully. Fingers crossed. Hopefully that is the conclusion of this summer. And we still, for me, need another centre-back. Maybe another forward as well, if I'm honest. I'd say two forwards, 2 centre-backs. Certainly. I still think we need a DM, by the way. I still think we need a defensive-minded DM. But that's a no chance for me. I don't think it's absolutely no chance of doing that for me. But yeah, thank you for watching today. Make sure you do hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Like I said, get in the chat. It's a live stream. I'm not live personally. It's a pre-recorded thing, but it is a live stream. I am in the chat, so get involved in the chat. Let me know in the chat your thoughts on all situations. And like I said, we are live again at 7 o'clock tonight, where a few of the lads are coming on at 7 o'clock to host the latest news. Thank you everyone for watching, and also give their thoughts on yesterday's game if they weren't happy. Thank you everyone for watching. Have a good day, guys. Speak to you all later.